Greetings, family. Welcome to another wonderful, infotaining, edutating edition of We All Be Living History, the herd mentality. Welcome to the herd mentality zone. The herd mindset, not the same herd that y'all think of. This is all about the tribe. We're feeding the tribe always and forever on We All Be. We All Be News Free Dixie for the 21st century. It is Taurus season. I am a Taurus sun and a Leo moon. I was born to be loyal, and also I was born to rule. So I will be feeding you people, but please support this platform because authentic Black first voice is needed in these times. We need people in the media that advocate for the issues of Black folk, first and foremost, because when you take care of Black people, you're actually taking care of everybody else, because we are the universal people. We are the origin of humanity. So with that said, I want to continue my OJ analysis of the OJ Simpson saga. And let me add, before we do some house cleaning, I want to say that OJ did not actually lose his Heisman Trophy. I was under the impression that he lost his Heisman Trophy. He sold, or somebody sold the original Heisman Trophy, but he didn't lose it. Matter of fact, he retained the right to vote for future Heisman winners. He actually retained, when he got out of prison back in 2017, he was able to vote that year for the Heisman Trophy back in 2017. So he never lost his pension from the NFL. The Goldman family, although they won the civil lawsuit, could not touch that pension from the NFL. And also, he never lost his Heisman vote. And on top of that, he spent about 9 years in jail, served 9 out of 33 years. That's how they mess with y'all. Mess with us. They can't get you. They get back, payback, retaliation, revenge. They basically screwed over OJ. The Just Us system did. But he put himself in that trap, mind you. But that's how they play. They play with our food. White supremacy play with us like we're food. They're the cat and we're the food. They're the predator and we the prey. Let's pray that we can resurrect that situation, or not resurrect, but change that situation. Not resurrect. Let's put it to death. Let it be as dead as Boss Crump. Let Jim Crow, white supremacy, all that stuff be dead as Boss Crump is dead as a person. But unfortunately, the spirit of Boss Crump lives on. That's why I'm talking about the OJ case. That's why I stand underneath this statue, because I want to bring more awareness to this. It's not necessarily an eyesore. It's well done. It's a well done likeness of Boss Crump. It's a well put together statue raised by his friends and associates and people that benefited from his regime and his political machine. You got to think about it. This same machine really created the environment that allowed Dr. King to be assassinated in Memphis, because his influence, he died in 1954, but this machine was still going into the 1960s. And you got to remember, Boss Crump Watch is when they hired the first Black Memphis police officers of the modern era. But Black police officers, although they were officers of the law, they could not arrest white people. That means white folks couldn't be committing crimes in front of Black police officers in Memphis, and Black police officers did not even have the right to arrest these criminals, these savages, these beasts. But anyway, let me get back to OJ. So he never lost his right to vote for the Heisman. He didn't even lose his Heisman. Reggie Bush lost his Heisman over some BS, but now you got the NIL movement, name, image, and likeness movement in college sports, where people like Caitlin Clark can become instant millionaires before they even sign a pro deal, which is good for her, because she's not getting that pay like she should, I guess, in terms of the hype from the WNBA. So anyway, getting back on track, I just want to talk about the OJ thing a little bit more. I remember when the OJ thing first happened. I remember when the trial first started, and I was working in the summertime at Kroger's in Germantown, Tennessee. Germantown is very an elitist upper crust area in the Memphis area. A lot of well-off people professional folks live in that area. And so I was working there during the summer as a bag boy at Kroger's, and it was amazing to go back in that break room because, like, white folks was really letting it be known they was very angry with OJ. See, white folks love OJ. OJ was very much beloved by white society. I can remember in a documentary somebody made a mention of, OJ was sitting with these other black athletes at this table, and a white lady, an elitist, said, what is OJ doing surrounded by all those niggas? And, I guess the brothers could hear what she said. They were very offended. But OJ felt like he made it. Hey, guys, she called me OJ. I'm not just a nigga. I'm OJ. I'm not black. I'm OJ, right? I'm OJ. I'm the juice. I'm a personality. So during this summertime, some of the white employees really was pissed off about the OJ situation. Because they really love OJ. Like I said, they did all these commercials, the Naked Gun movies, football and whatnot. So I would be sitting back there, just minding my business, drinking my Special K root beer along with my glazed donuts, jelly-filled donuts from the bakery. I just take it all in there. Some of the white people, the older white people, would be pissed off to my goddamn OJ, motherfucking OJ, guilty as hell. And there was a black man who was a butcher. He was an older gentleman, an elder, middle age, late middle age, whatever. And he would just be having a ball, man. He'd be cracking jokes. White folks got angrier and angrier, and he got funnier and funnier. And I just could help but laugh a little bit to myself. But that's how tensions was, because even when the verdict was read, I was in school. I was in what grade I was in? I think sophomore year at Overton High School in Memphis, the Overton High School in Memphis, Tennessee. The teacher turned on the TV to show the reading of the verdict. And then the lady said the forewoman or foreperson, I believe, Orenthal, James Simpson, not guilty on all the counts. And we just erupted in the classroom. Like, we went outside the classroom. We were throwing up like confetti with the pens and the papers and the pencils. And we was out there, people gangster walking. It was like pandemonium. People were happy. We was legit happy that OJ got off. I could see some of the white teachers, they had this look of this disappointment in their faces. They was not shaking their head. But we didn't give a damn. We was out there just partying because OJ beat it. We feel like we beat it, right? And people said, well, there was a get back at white America for all the offenses and all the things that they got away with as related to black people, the torture we was under in this system for centuries. And they finally we got one back. Even though some people did believe OJ might have done it, but they said it was get back for what the system has been doing to black folks for all this time. So, it's interesting, like, speaking of white folks' angst, it was a movement to try to get rid of OJ's bust in the Football Hall of Fame. And that fell flat around the time that people wanted to take his Heisman back. And the thing about it is just such hypocritical BS, because it's not the morality Hall of Fame. It's not the best father Hall of Fame, or the best husband, family man Hall of Fame. It's the Football Hall of Fame. That means that if he was great at what he did as far as a profession, and he was recognized by his peers in the institution in which he was a part of for being exceptional in his ability to do the things he do, he should be honored regardless of what he does outside of that. You cannot act like he never existed. He was the first running back to run for 2,000 yards, for crying out loud. And his rushing yards per game is still the all-time mark. Rushing about 143 yards per game in the NFL, on his way to breaking that creating that historical record, being the first to run for 2,000 yards. And I believe he did it in 14 games or something like that. I mean, they had less games playing. They got about they play like 17 games now. Regular season wise, something like that, 17 or 18. They always changing. But like, that's what I'm saying. Like, if you start thinking about it, you got to cancel people like Boss Crump. Then you got to go back and cancel George Washington and stuff like that. And OJ deserved to be celebrated for the great athlete that he was. And also, y'all should check out the movie The Klansman that he was in back in the 70s, where OJ played an out of character person. He played a black radical, a very loose cannon, Nat Turner type of dude. Black Panther, Black Power type of cat in that movie. And it's worth checking out. Lolo Falana, whatever her name, she was in there. So God bless. We love you madly. Take care. One love.